Welcome to the best bits of 2024.
So every year, at the end of the year, we like to recap what's happened in the last year, and 2024 was really, really exciting. And at the beginning of 2024, I kind of had this feeling, this like gut feeling that something monumental was going to happen for the business. And I didn't know what it was, but I just had this feeling. And I go a lot on like manifesting and visualization and all the things that Brian thinks is kooky in the coconut. But it was actually a turning point and something monumental happened for the business. But let's start right from the beginning. And the first thing we did in January was to dig out the stretch tent area.
But it wasn't just a case of digging out the stretch tent area. We'd had enormous amounts of rain and flooding on the field, and so much so that the kids were able to put a rubber little boat there and go boating on the lake for all intents and purposes, and that was our campfire area. So when we did the stretch tent area, we thought, do you know what? Now's the best time for us to be putting in drainage as well. And so far, that drainage is working pretty well. We haven't been able to float a dinghy on there since.
No, there's no lake on the field now.
No lake on the field. Kids are sad, but yeah, we're happy.
So we dug out this whole area, did all the drainage, and eventually got our new stretch tent up. So that area worked really well for the things that we had on, but I really want to ramp it up for 2025. You're thinking lighting, aren't you?
Yeah, I really want to have festoon lighting all around the area and just make it like a place where people want to go and hang out, because you've got the stretch tent, so during the summer when it's baking hot, you can go under the stretch tent to get away from the heat. But also, this is England, and let's be frank, it rains a lot here, so you want to have somewhere where you can go under the stretch tent as well. But anyway, when it's night time, I just feel it's lacking that bit of pizzazz and lighting to make it really look fun, inviting.
So on the list of things for 2025 is revamp that stretch tent area. The other winter project we did was replacing 2 of the outdoor kitchens that had started to go pretty much rotten. They'd been there from the very beginning when we had the yurt, so they were like coming up for 8 years old, these sheds, and they just weren't fit for purpose anymore.
I think what we've got there now is far better, and it's just much more open. I like it, and yeah, it's worked really well. You've got a little decking area there now.
And so we're hoping, so we've done that for the front two. We need to really do that for Ferguson Dome as well, because that's still got a normal shed and a normal shed toilet. We also embarked on refurbishing our holiday cottage. Now the holiday cottage has kind of not been used as much as it should have been. We've had Brian's mum and dad stay there for a few times when they come over from South Africa. We've had longer term people over in the winter. Sometimes we had friends stay for like 5 years in it. So it's been kind of an on and off holiday cottage, on and off long term let. But now we really wanted to make it into a proper holiday cottage that we'd get normal guests in all the time. So we had a quick but expensive refurb on it, where we actually got a builder in to do it for us, which was great.
That was really good. He was amazing. Just cracked on, got it done, and it looks fantastic.
To quite a tight deadline as well.
Yeah.
So we opened up a window into a patio doors, put a lovely new patio. Our next thing to do
is the hot tub. You're doing the hot tub, aren't you?
I don't know about a hot tub. I think I'm going to stick with outdoor baths. So the cottage is done. Great. It's done the structural stuff, a new bathroom, that sort of thing. But now it's boring. Like, the walls are magnolia. Like, who has magnolia walls in 2025?
You do.
So we need to completely redecorate that this year. I'm thinking about getting an interior designer in, interior design it, and get some sort of outdoor bath or hot tub. That's what we need to do for the holiday cottage this year. So when we talk about the monumental things that happened, I think it started with Linda from Glamping CZ in Prague messaging me or sending me an email asking if I wanted to be a guest speaker at their first Glamping Conference in Prague. I originally thought it was a joke. I thought like it was a scam or some sort of, I didn't believe it was a real thing. And then I kind of went down the line and it was like, and actually they were going to pay for us to come out to Prague and speak at this conference, which I could not believe. So we did it, we went, we had an amazing time, spoke at this conference. I had to have a Czech translator because obviously not everybody speaks English. And what that led on to was us meeting the CEO of ResNexus, who was also there, who's the booking system that we use. And that then led to them sponsoring the YouTube channel and us getting really involved in all the different glamping shows and speaking at events, and that's kind of snowballed, hasn't it?
It really has, and it's been really an interesting journey, because we never thought that we'd be representing a booking system, had you asked us at the start of 2024, but now Vicky's involved with that, and like she says, we're meeting loads of people when we go to the different shows.
And for us, we want to help other glamping sites. We want to get more involved in the mentoring side of things, and yeah, just genuinely love talking to people about glamping. So we got back from Prague, and then it was straight into our 8th season of glamping. So we had 2 weddings, which went really well, was slightly stressful, but we managed it. I sent Brian and the kids away for one of them. Brian's mum and dad came over from South Africa for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
so we managed a little trip to Wales. We went to Embrace a Space. We went and saw Helen, one of our friends who runs Frown Fields. She's got another True Dome, and we saw
Apple camping.
That was really cool.
Yeah, they've got lots of different interesting structures, from a UFO to aeroplane fuselages, as well as domes as well. So no, that was very interesting to see them.
The other thing that happened for me this year was the formation of the Glamping Industries Trade Association. Derry and the team at the Glamping Show and International Glamping Business Magazine decided that we needed a trade association for the UK. So obviously America have got the American Glamping Association, which has been going for a while. It's really successful, but there's nothing to represent what's happening in the UK market. So eventually, after we had that meeting, a few of us decided that we were going to start this trade association. I became a director of the company, which is GITA, the Glamping Industries Trade Association UK. So I am now somehow head of social media, PR and public affairs for GITA.
Does that mean that you're doing our social media really well?
Obviously this is a voluntary position, so at the moment we're trying to just get as many members as we can on board to try and really uplift the glamping industry in the UK.
Is the glamping industry in the UK not already uplifted, given that it was at the forefront of the glamping revolution in the world?
Yeah, but we've got no voice for the industry, and we're finding this now with consulting with things like the Treasury on business rates and consulting with fire safety regulations. There's no mention in any of these things about glamping. They'll mention camping and caravan parks, they'll mention hotels, they'll mention self-catering accommodation, but glamping doesn't really fall into their categories. So we're trying to really make sure that glamping comes to the forefront and that we have a voice for the glamping industry within the UK, essentially. So it has been a lot of extra work for me, especially over the summer where we were really busy. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning tons and just really hoping to be involved in helping the glamping industry, basically. So into September, and we did all the shows with the Glamping Show, which was so much fun. We absolutely loved it. We met so many amazing people.
But also we brought Linda and Veronica.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't bring them over, they came over.
From the Czech Republic, from Glamping CZ. So obviously we'd been to the conference in Prague. Then we'd said to them, we need to come to the Glamping Show in the UK. So they came over, they stayed with us. We took them up there. We had a great time with them. So that was really lovely. And just met some amazing people. And I would highly recommend, if you haven't been to the Glamping Show, what you don't appreciate is the people that you meet and the people you get to talk to and the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge that is in the glamping community. That if you don't go to these places in real life, you don't get that wealth of knowledge.
But there were some cool structures this year. I like the double story.
Yeah,
A-frame.
That was super cool.
And then there was the mirrored cabin next to that. That was really cool as well.
Yeah, there was loads of amazing structures.
Yeah.
So highly recommend going to the Glamping Show if you can make it. It's 19th and 20th, I think, don't quote me, of September 2025. Then we went to the Land, Leisure and Tourism Show.
At the NEC, yeah.
I also went to a couple of shows in independent hotel shows in London.
Is that because we're getting into hotels? Spoiler alert, we may be getting into hotels.
That was really interesting, learning about loads of different booking systems, learning about how hotels operate and what we can bring into the glamping industry. Also went up to the Lake District for a conference, so that was really interesting. I got to go a bit of gallivanting.
Oh, you don't half get about, eh?
I know. It's been a year for travel. I've just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, lucky you. Some of us have to stay and hold the fort down.
I know, I do appreciate it, I really
not fair.
do. In October we had our own little staycation. We went to Milton Keynes, the snow zone, and did tobogganing. We also took a quick detour to Lights Camera Glamping, which is a brand new glamping site that's opened this year, where they've kind of created this fully immersive experience where you go in, it's like a 1970s dystopian post-Glastonbury future. Like it's really interesting what they're doing. So yeah, you can check out that video. We did the full tour and a chat to the owners, which is really interesting. Yeah. 2025 is going to be a bit about the glow up, like getting some inspiration from these different places we visited, trying to get the lighting right in the site to really make it magical in the evening is what I really want to do. So winter, we've got a lot of projects on. We've got a brand new dome to build, an 8-metre dome with 2 mini domes and an outdoor kitchen to build. So that's going to keep us busy. So in 2 weeks today, we are off to Utah for the Resnex Academy. I'm doing a talk on social media. It's a 3-day conference, which is really exciting. The whole family are going. So we will do a full video of our trip to Utah, so that'll be out in a few weeks' time. We will reopen for our 9th season.
So 9 years, eh? I think after 10 years, I think we better either sell up and start a brand new glamping site, taking all the learnings from this site and how the market has changed and make something so amazing that everybody wants to come. I'm thinking almost like a deconstructed hotel, but for glamping. Now that would be amazing. I'm thinking like, say, 60 different structures. Yeah, what do you think?
Sounds stressful. But yeah, I like the deconstructed hotel thing. I think that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
But then a deconstructed hotel would, in my mind, mean restaurant, mean somewhere you go for breakfast.
Yeah, totally. And that's what the beauty of it is. So it's the best part of glamping with the best part of a hotel. Mm-hmm. Because why do we like hotels? It's for the breakfast.
I do love a hotel breakfast.
Yeah.
So I really like...
Don't be pinching my ideas. If you cut this.
So, like, I really like the Coal Bunker when they took to the Land Legend Tourism Show this year, which was like a standalone hotel room.
Yeah.
That was really lovely.
And I think that would be an amazing thing to do.
Yeah. We'd love to know your thoughts. Stick with glamping, move to hotels, a deconstructed hotel, keep doing what we're doing, scrap it all in and retire.
Yeah, because we could do that.
Sell the whole lot up.
Sell the whole lot and just get normal jobs.
Continue this channel, travelling around, visiting different glamping sites.
Unfortunately, you'd need to fund that.
I know, it sucks.
And just because you think I will continue to work until I'm 70 so you can live off of my money, no. No. I wish to retire too.
Anyway, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think 2025 holds for the glamping industry. And it was a pleasure to have you watch for this long because, you know, if you made it
you're amazing.
This far, you are amazing. Please leave us a comment. Please comment the word pineapple if you're still watching now. Our next video will hopefully be about the start of the build of the new 8-metre dome. And we will see you then.
Yeah, but I'm like fun and you're just like, definitely.
Right, shush.